back to the channel. I'm Murda and we are locked in. The battle for the valley begins now. We have a three-way race for the mayor of Chucalissa, Mississippi. Intern Mayor Wayne Kyle, Mama Benz, aka Patrice Woodbine, and Andre Watkins. Now this is going to be a close race because it can go to either three of the candidates. So what we're going to do is look at each one of them and see why they're good for the city and why they're bad for the city. But before we jump into this, if you like PValley content, recaps, live shows, please hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. Also, make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram, Murda. If you have any comments about any of the shows we do, just DM me and I'll respond. Now, these candidates, each one of them has a different reason they want to run for mayor. We know some of them is for personal gain, some of them is just morals, and some of them, I just want to be the mayor so I can have a little bit of control. So let's jump into it and break down these three characters and see who's the best for PValley. The first person we have is intern Mayor Wayne Kyle. Now, he's the acting mayor right now because we know that Tydell Ruffin has passed. Now, the good thing about Kyle is the community, they're already familiar with him just because he's been around up under Ruffin. Also, the community knows who the Kyle brothers are because their parents have a lot of money and influence within the city. Now, we know there's two Kyle brothers and then there's the illegitimate brother, Corbin, who right now is partnering up with Andre. So the Kyles, being white, having power down in the South, you already know where this is going. So that's one of the negative things about the Kyle family being the mayor of the city. We know that Andre was like a son to Ruffin, and we also know Kyle understands how close Andre was to Ruffin. So they have a little relationship. We also see that Kyle, he has a little different planning of what he wants to do with the city since he became the mayor, and that's where the friction between Andre and intern mayor Wayne Kyle has begun. They're not going to hire local black people. They're going to get people from out of town because they're going to think that the blacks are too stupid. Now, this is a very big negative because if the community hears you're bringing in jobs and opportunity into the city, but you're not offering it to the people that live in the city, this could end very bad. So Wayne Kyle, he's going to have to find another way to try to ease this casino in. Around the situations so that his family can benefit from it. Everyone's going to look at it like this is a failed / corrupt mayor. Also, we already mentioned being white in the South with money and having power could be very bad, especially for all of the lower class black people. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rate Wayne Kyle becoming the mayor for the city? I put that rating at around a 4. Now, the casino would be good for the city. The money would be nice, but if you're not hiring anybody local and you're getting rid of local businesses to come up with land for this casino, yeah, that's going to be very bad. So I only give Wayne Kyle a 4. Next up, Mama Benz, aka Patrice Woodbine. Now, what do we know about Patrice? She's the mother of Mercedes. We know her and Mercedes, they've been going back and forth. We know that she told Mercedes to get rid of her daughter. She wasn't prepared for that. We know that she stole money from Mercedes. Mercedes was trying to get her money together, get up out the strip club, open up a dance studio. She gave the money to her mama and Miss Patrice stole it. So that's one negative we're already starting with. Patrice is a thief, and if she'll steal from her daughter, we know she could potentially steal from the people. Miss Patrice, we know that she started a church. Now she's starting to build a little congregation. She's starting to make one of the good things I think Mama Benz, aka Miss Patrice, could bring to the community. She's passing out mixtapes, but she also has the food bank. We don't know what all she's doing with the money that she's generating. She's passing out hand sanitizer. She's giving out food boxes. So as of right now, Miss Patrice is more into the streets and in touch with the actual community compared to Wayne Kyle. Now, Wayne Kyle, I told you he had power. So not only does he have political power, he also has the pastors in here because, you know, we can get some money to go into your churches. Now, money, he's not used to the surroundings and the living conditions that everyone else has.
Mayor Kyle, if I done mess with the wrong neighbor, you done fuck with the wrong bitch.
The rating I would give Patrice Woodbine for potentially being the mayor and how good it is for the city on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put Mama Benz at like a 6.5. She might potentially be good, but if she gets that power, how is she really going to act? Andre Watkins, our third candidate for the mayor of Chucalissa. We know he's coming down from Georgia. We also know that he's having issues with his wife. Brittany, you know you're wrong for that. And now he's trying to run for mayor and pick up where Tydell Ruffin left off in trying to make a change for not only the city, but for everybody. I had a hunch that Andre would potentially run for the mayor. He just needed a little bit of pushing. Once he got back down to Mississippi and he got reacclimatized to the atmosphere, he started to notice these people were just like me. You got to understand, Andre was born down here. He just moved away. He was raised by Tydell Ruffin. So he's seeing everything that's going on, and he actually sees that Tydell was a big influence to the community. Yeah, he had his own problems, but for the most part, he was trying to look out for everybody. The major thing for Andre that would be good for the city is he's going to come in. We know he went against everything that Wayne Kyle's been saying. He asked him, are you going to really do what Ruffin is doing, or are you going to push for your family? Basically saying you're going to get in as a mayor and you're going to let the white people take over. So what we see from Andre is he's actually connecting with the people. What did he do when he came home and he seen that the whole community was using the water and Tydell Ruffin was paying for it? He went over there, he talked to him, he actually looked at the bills, and he noticed that Tydell may be a little rougher on the edges, but he was also looking out for everybody and using money from the community to help pay for everything that they had, especially people behind on their bills. So the positive is Andre's going to come in and he's going to do what it takes for everybody to benefit, because this is where he's from and Tydell Ruffin means that much to him. But they won't, and you can see that he's going to be fair because he sees how people were struggling. Tydell was doing a little bit, but I believe that Andre could come in and take it to another level, especially after he talked to Brittany and she didn't believe that he could win. That's going to be a bigger driving force for Andre to become the mayor. There you go, the battle of the valley, the race for the mayor. Out of the three candidates, Wayne, Patrice, and Andre, who do you think would be best suitable to be the mayor of Chucalissa, Mississippi? Let me know what you think. I'm Murda. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.